Welcome back to Chico Network. Today's mukbang is Buffalo Wild Wings again. If you're wondering why I'm in a hotel, it's because I'm actually on a, what would I call this? Like a work trip, kinda. I mean, it's only 2 hours away from where I live, so it's kind of still a trip. For my company that I work for, if you live 2 hours away and they need you at a certain office for either a meeting or whatnot, then you get to stay in a hotel overnight. So that's basically what we're going to be talking about, is pretty much what I want to do for a living, what I'm doing now, and what I hope to eventually start doing. So without further ado, here we go. So let me get into some of these things real quick while they hot. I'm not a big fan of cheese. People that know me know. But I could do mozzarella to an extent. But these mozzarella sticks are fire. But I got, what's it called? Spicy garlic and lemon pepper wings. And I'll keep it kind of simple. So right now I kind of work for a flagging company. So flagging is pretty much, you know, the people that sit on like the side of the road with like the stop slow paddles, and you get irritated with them. You're like, dang, I'm just trying to get to work, and you stop in traffic. Those guys. But I work my way up from being a flagger up to a supervisor. So pretty much my job description is I go around site to site. So I could have a site in, for you guys that know Ohio, I could have a site in Toledo all the way to Sandusky, and sometimes I even go out over this way to Cleveland, Medina area, just depending on what's going on. So I go everywhere kind of more north, and then there's other offices throughout Ohio that handle the south, the east, so, or the west, but really both. So right now I'm actually on a business trip where we go to, well, we come here to Medina to all the supervisors in the area to try, kind of like a refresher. So they basically tell us what they expect from us, this, that, and the other, and then we learn things to make our job, like make us do our job better. So I'm not a big fan of these trips, but it is kind of nice to know that I am working a part of something that they will put that extra money into making you better. So I can't really complain about that. Although I'm not really, I need some rain. I'm not a big fan of how things are ran, but I do actually love my job. It's just sometimes people make it hard, just with any job. So I'm ready to get on, but let's go up. So my dream job is basically to, actually I don't even think I mentioned what I do. I go site to site. I didn't get into the description, my bad, y'all. I go site to site. I make sure everything is correct, to our up to our standards. So making sure they have tapers, which are cones going into your lane to guide you over to the left. I make sure that that's perfectly fine. Make sure they got their signs up. Make sure they're wearing all their PPE, which is personal protective equipment. So the safety glasses, the hard hats, the vests, all that stuff. So I go site to site, checking on grown folks basically, and telling them, hey, you're doing a good job, or hey, can you change this? And I think I actually do a really good job, although they like to play me, but it is what it is. I don't really care. They just mad because I'm young. But my dream job is actually to be an artist full time. So I want to be in an area where I'm always constantly designing stuff, or excuse me, helping somebody design something. So working for a company that designs this, that, or the other, or even eventually making my own stuff that people actually want, my own brand. And I'm also hoping that this YouTube stuff work out so that way I can get my name out there and it wouldn't be so hard to start my brand. Because at the end of the day, I want to design my own shirts, hoodies, this, that, and sell it basically. And I want to open up my own shoe boutique where I sell my products in my store along with Jordans, Nikes, Adidas, this, that, and the other, just shoe store. Jordan apparel, Nike apparel, just the normal, like everybody know No Joke Kicks in Detroit. Something like that, but I want to do it on a bigger scale. I want a nicer like store. So I've seen some where they have basketball courts inside of them, stuff like that. So it's like when you come in, you have a good time, and you also see things you really like and spend money, you know, kind of like a casino type thing, but you know, I want something like that eventually. I know I'm not gonna get there anytime soon. It might be something where if our age even does retire or even able to retire, that's what I want to do, either when I retire or say I'm gonna be a cool ass grandpa, huh? But that's basically what I want to do. And I'm kind of like, I know the programs, I know how certain things work, is just really getting my name out there. So I figured this YouTube stuff will help me a little bit with that. And you know, so all the time I'm always doing something new. So that way, once I am there, I know how to do everything. Like I said before, I started off doing custom shoes. Started with my own. I taught myself the process, how everything goes, and then eventually I started doing other people's stuff and charging them. So high school, I probably had and they paid me probably 5 or 6 clients. I had a few people BS me on some dumb shit, but I was in high school, so I didn't really care. And then people always ask me for the family discount, friend discount, and I'm like, no, not one bit. So that kind of not discouraged me, but kind of made it to where I was like, I couldn't sell to everybody around me anymore. It's because they kept asking for discounts or they just didn't support me in general. There was one summer, I'm not gonna lie, there's this one summer that I made these slides and they were trash. They were trash. That wasn't my best work, but you know, you learn and you grow. So by making those mistakes, I knew what I had to do from then on out. But by that time, I kind of already put a pause on shoes. I was dyeing people's Timbs and stuff like that, which actually came out really good for a few people, including myself. And I just wanted to take a different like approach to designing like clothing. So while I was going to school for and OTech is like secondary school, like hands-on school for high school. So half the day I was in high school, the other half I go to a technical campus, and they basically taught me what I wanted to know. So I did a lot of graphic design, learned how to use Photoshop, Illustrator, all the Adobe stuff for the most part, and I worked on my drawing a lot in that class. So we would have like a computer assignment, and we'd have like a drawn out assignment. And so we kept doing that back and forth. By the end of that, we have like a show, and you guys see my pieces from my wall in my house. I won prizes off of them. So somebody likes what I do. And there's probably a lot more people that actually likes what I do, but I don't do it that often to where they can have a piece of mine. So in that class, we had like a competition where everybody made class shirts, and then whoever like somebody's design the most, they got their shirts made for everybody. So I made this shirt, and basically I wanted to all of like the, how can I say, because it's been so long since I've done it, all of the, what's that word, hieroglyphics stand for like OSTC in the numbers, so all that, and I did it kind of like in a Egyptian theme, not really Illuminati, but like Egyptian theme. And on the front of the shirt I had a pyramid, and it had like lettering that said OSTC. So that shirt actually won. Everybody voted for my shirt and my shirt design, and I was like, all right. So I talked to the teacher about how I wanted to make it. I asked them if they could get gold film to place on the shirts, and she was all for it. And I was like, all right, cool. Well, that was my first year at OTEC. We never done them. The second year I went back, because you do it junior and senior year, I kept bugging her about it, on top of it the whole time. And I was like, when are we gonna be able to make the shirt designs? She's like, we will. It eventually got closer to the end of the school year, and I feel like I'm just moving too much side to side. I'm sorry, y'all. But eventually, by the end of the year, we made them. Or she was like, you know what? Come on, let's make them. And I was like, all right, sweet. So I asked her. I was like, pulled her to the side. I was like, hey, if I buy my own shirts, because she had like regular cotton shirts that I didn't want to use. I was like, if I buy my own shirts, can I use them? She was like, yeah, of course. I was like, all right, my other thing is, can I make more than one? I want at least, I think I made 3 or 4. I said, I want at least 4. And she was like, okay. She was like, you just can't tell nobody, and you can't tell me that you're selling them. I was like, all right, cool. They're sticking good. Don't even, I ain't really eat all day for real. But I went to H&M and I bought 3 sizes. 3 sizes, 2 of the same. And basically what I did was, after I put the things on the shirt, I had to do all of that. After that, I posted on Snapchat. I was like, hey, this is my first shirt design. Does anybody want to buy it for this much money, whatever. I put it on Snapchat. Before I left class, we got done about the end of class. Before I left class, I probably had, I think like almost like 30 people. I think it was like 30 people messaging me immediately. It was like, hey, I want the shirt. Hey, I want the shirt. A lot of people I didn't even know, which was crazy. And I was like, okay. So I looked through who all wanted them. I asked who wanted, like who had what size. And then basically what I did, I tried to make a smart move by picking the people that I thought would actually wear them and that I think would encourage other people to like my stuff. So I wanted them to like walk around the high school and be like, dang, that shirt crispy, where'd you get that from? And like, oh, Eddie made it. So that's that was my intention. So I sold it to one of my friends at the time. Two of my friends maybe? One or two. I don't remember if I had 3 or 4 shirts. I think I had 3 actually. And I sold it, or that's what I did. I sold one to one of my friends because I thought they would wear it all the time and just be out. And then I gave one to my brother and I kept one, I believe. So me and my brother both have one, and then my friend had one. So I swear he was gonna wear it. I was excited to see him wear it. Time went by, still ain't wear it. I asked him, I was like, hey, why didn't you wear my shirt? He was like, oh, I'm gonna wear it, blah, blah, blah. Like, all right. I never seen that nigga wear my shirt ever. I was salty. Then I had other people like, hey man, you gonna make any more of those shirts, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, nah, I'm sold out. I don't have it, but I'm gonna see if I can make more. So, long story short, I wasn't able to, so. But that just goes to tell me that I have potential. I have that potential to make people and design things that people actually want to wear. Shoot, my girlfriend now, we weren't even dating at the time. And she was like, hey, can I get one? I want one. Can you make me a shirt? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I can't do nothing because one, I don't have the materials, two, So I kind of took a L, but I mean, it is what it is. I did nothing but learn from that experience. So I know if I go do the same thing, I'm sure people want to buy them. So that's actually what I've been working on. I have an idea of what I want to do, and I think it's going to kind of pertain to my YouTube as well. So eventually you guys will see me actually, I think I want to do hoodies first. So eventually you guys will see me crank out a couple different hoodie designs and this, that, and the other. So I have a plan, but at this end of the day, like, I just need to work on getting myself to that end goal. And how I'm gonna do it is I have to go back to school. I didn't even graduate from college yet, and that's something that I want to do. And if I don't, I feel like I'm cheating myself. So that's where it's gonna start. And if let's say because it can happen to anybody. Let's say I blow up on YouTube and then I'm already there. I still want to go to school. I'm still going to use YouTube money to pay for my schooling. So I'm hoping, shoot, any day now, y'all. You know what I mean? Like, any day it could happen. So I'm just hoping that this work out. And if not, oh well. That's just extra work I have to put in. But I'm still not done eating my food. I'm not at home, so I kind of wanted to make a video so that way you guys at least have something to watch, you know what I mean? And I am doing something, I think Sunday, that I think you guys would be interested in to see. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. And also, if you want any shirts, like if you're somebody who's like, that shirt that he put in the video actually kind of was slick, I think he got some potential. If you want any kind of apparel, comment below. Say, hey, I want a shirt, just spam, I want a shirt. And I'll make that happen. I'll rapidly make that happen, because that's just something, that's just stuff I like doing. So if I know people are gonna be interested in something, that makes me excited to do it. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned for what my next video is gonna be. I'm kind of excited about it. I'm not sure if it's gonna go how I want it to go, but you know, I'm staying tuned, so you stay tuned. And this is Chico Network, so thanks for watching.